Day 1036. I'm down in Long Beach. I came down here this morning to record a podcast with one of my friends, and I was just like, all right, God, whatever you want me to do afterwards, because I only have one coaching call. And I've wanted to go to the aquarium down here because they have an amazing aquarium, and it just so happens that last night I was just watching a little bit of an episode of The Apprentice, and the winning team got to go and go to the aquarium and sit and have dinner with this aquarium right in front of them, and it was beautiful. And I was like, wow, what an amazing experience. And then not even realizing that today I was coming down here and the aquarium's here, and so I just felt very called to go to the aquarium after this podcast interview, because this podcast interview we're talking about God. And as I'm driving here, I just got anxiety. I feel anxious because there's just some unhealed stuff with Araceli. And I remember her and I were going to come here, and I remember she came here by herself one time, and there's some unhealed stuff with my relationship with her, and I feel it coming up. And when we were talking about the podcast, my friend was talking about deception, and he's like, the enemy just loves to deceive. Like, imagine you're in a relationship with like an amazing woman and everything's going great, and then someone, comes to you and says, hey, your girlfriend's cheating on you, and they give you all these details. And when he started talking about that, I just started to feel all this suppressed stuff start to come up, and it was just like, there was pain there. And the whole time I'm driving here, I feel this anxiety, just like, yeah. And it's crazy because I was going through my videos and deleting some videos because I need more room on my phone. And I picked a random video, and it was right after I found out that she was still sleeping with her husband, even though she was supposed to, her and I were supposed to be together, and her husband and her were supposed to be separated, and all this stuff. It's complicated, and just wrong on every level. I'm wrong, she's wrong, just wrong on every level. But I wasn't a believer then, so I didn't have a very high moral standard, and I'm watching one of these videos, and I'm just explaining the conversation we had and how she talked to me, and I was just like, wow, I can't believe she talked to me like that, and I just accepted it. And the reality is, I had so little self-worth and self-value that I just, with women, I would just didn't stand my ground, didn't stand up for myself. And I look at who I am now, and it's there's no effing chance. There's no way. My standards, my expectations, my self-worth, my self-value is so crazy high. But I just look at how broken I was and how lost I was, in that video, and it was just crazy. And so as I'm driving here, I'm just thinking, and it's just man, there's still a lot of pain. I'm past her sleeping with her husband, but it was the last part. It was the last thing where, we break up and then we get back together, and and she's like, you can trust me, there's no secrets. And then I end up finding out that she's been talking inappropriately to a guy, that the entire time I've known her, she's been talking to him, and she said there's nothing physical, nothing like that. She doesn't like him. He likes her, but she doesn't like him, and it was just devastating for me, because it was there's so many times I opened my heart and I trusted her, and to just know that every time I opened my heart and trusted her, that was still there, and I had no idea. And the crazy thing is, when I talked to her about this and I found out about this, right before I picked her up, I had a conversation with a guy who's a pastor, and I was not a believer at all. And he was having a conversation of you need to let this relationship go. And then right after I picked her up, we had a conversation. She showed me the Instagram messages between the two, super inappropriate, super disrespectful to our relationship, and it just crushed me. And I just suppressed so much of it. And so I feel like my view with women shifted in that moment, where it was man, we were so close. I thought we were so close. How could we be so close and there still be secrets like that. And so it's just like the thought of me trusting another woman like that with my heart is like impossible. Like, no chance. Like, no way will I ever be that stupid again. No way will I ever make that mistake again. And I feel like there just has to be some deep healing. And so I'm here, and I know God has me here for a reason. And yeah, so I'm gonna actually clear my calendar for the day, and I'm just gonna be here for as long as I need to be here, and trust that God's gonna heal my heart, because I don't want to. It's crazy because we haven't talked in a long time, and I don't want to feel any bad feelings for her, but it's crazy because it's like all this anger and resentment towards her starting to come up that's been suppressed for a long time, and I don't want to feel that towards her. Like, you know, what she did was not about me. You know, she was coming out of a 20-year marriage. Like, she has a family. Like, there's so many things that are going on, so much confusion for her, and fear and doubt and all the different emotions. Like, I can understand, you know, for the most part, you know, the things that she did and why she did them. And I don't want to feel any negative emotions towards her. I want to just send her love and feel love for her. But there's all this pain that I had to suppress in our relationship, and this heartbreak that I had to suppress in our relationship because we couldn't talk about it really. And it's still there. Like, the daggers are still there, and I can feel them, and they need to be pulled out. Like, I need God to heal my heart, because there's no way, like, I'm open to even meeting another woman. Like, I've just got a stone cold wall of get the F away from me. Like, all you women, get away from me. I can't trust any of you. You all pretend to be something that you're not, and eventually, like, the truth comes out. And the reality is, I've just dated a lot of women that have really deceived me, and it's at some point it's just like the final straw that breaks the camel's back, and this last relationship was that straw. And I just feel stone cold towards even considering opening my heart to another woman. Like, it seems impossible. That's why I'm like, God, if my wife's out there, she would have to be a miracle woman, because it would take a miracle for a woman to be able to open my heart. Because after what happened with me and Araceli, it was like a steel box closed and was sealed for all of eternity. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, no one's ever getting in again. Screw all of you. Not gonna happen. And so it's like, God, whoever my wife is, like, she's gonna have to be a miracle woman, because she's gonna have to be able to get past that steel box that I don't even know how to get past, but I know God does. So I feel like I'm here to get healing. This feels very spiritual to be here, and I feel like I'm gonna be here all night. Like, it's 12:30 right now. I'll probably be here till 8 o'clock at night. Like, it closes at 8. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting ready to go on a spiritual journey, and it's intimidating. I'm a little scared. Learn from this morning. Take a deep breath. God, you're above my fear, you're above my heartbreak, you're above my pain, you're more powerful than all of it, and you're going to remove it. Yeah, I'm here to heal, and I want to heal because I love her so much. She's family to me. She's made such a positive, incredible impact on my life, and I don't want the darkness to overrun who she is for me. And I don't want the darkness to overrun all the good that she brought into my life. She brought so much goodness into my life, and there was so much good in our relationship. And so I don't want to glorify the darkness. I don't want to glorify the enemy. Every bad thing I did to her was the enemy working in me, and every bad thing she did to me was the enemy working in her. But that was not who we were, and we knew that in our hearts and souls. And I always want to honor that in her. And at the same time, there's pain that's unhealed that I just got to face. And she's probably got pain of things that I've done, and things that I said, and things that I did that were sketchy, or talking to another person or whatever, that she has to heal from, because I was definitely not innocent. I was definitely not an angel. And I know we hurt each other both in very hard, horrible ways. And so I just feel like I'm here to heal. So I'm sure there's going to be a testimony, because this is a freaking test. I just want to get the F out of here right now. I want to just put back out of this parking spot and just go home, and just not even get out of my car, because I don't want to face this. I don't want to be at the aquarium crying, or who knows what. So, but I know that God is with me. So even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for the Lord is with me. He will protect me. He's got me. He's going to heal my heart. And yeah, it's going to be powerful. So here we go.